We've come to Poland, guys. We're taking over. Your jobs are not safe. We already did it to America. We're officially Americans. When people see us and we say we're American, people aren't surprised anymore. So I'm waiting for the day when in Poland they say like, oh yeah, just Asian people in Poland, no big deal. And that's when we win. Asian people in the audience, can I hear you? Okay, we're not there yet. All right, I met a couple of people at the before they came in here. I wanted to ask you guys because you guys seem like a curious pair. Right over here. They were looking for the place. They were like, we came here for the comedy. I'm like, oh, thank you. A lot of people seem to come here accidentally. They're like, oh, I guess there's some laughter coming from downstairs. We're supposed to go down there, but okay. So I wanted to go. What are your names? Devika? And?
Kisu.
Kisu?
It's like a nickname.
It's okay, you didn't need to explain it. I was going to accept your name. I'm sorry, all these white people might not know. But that's allowed to be your name. But you said that so hesitantly. Is there another way to say your name?
It's more like when I'm abroad, I'm used to this one.
Oh.
When I'm home, I'm used to my real name. It sounds so...
Okay, so you're explaining this to an Asian guy.
That's true.
So she was saying that she has a different name for home, where she has her real name, and then a different name for the white people.
Actually, not for the white. Actually, just for people who can't say my name.
For everybody. Okay, you know this is a challenge now. Can you tell me your real name?
It's very easy. It's like Christelle.
Christelle.
Yeah. But for some reason, Polish people...
Polish people. They've never seen crystal in their lives. The Germans took it all. It's hiding in a train underground somewhere. Anyway, guys, anyway. I want to get a bit of a vibe for the rest of the audience. Who here is Polish? Someone? Okay, guys. The Germans are long gone. You do not need to hide. Polish people, where are you? Not bad. Okay. Foreigners? This is what happens when you don't grow up in Poland. You learn to express happiness. Anyway, so okay, guys. All right, another question for you. So, who here has been to one of our stand-up shows before? Nice. You know what to do. All right. People who have never been to one of our shows before. Wow. You guys have not achieved happiness yet, but in a basement in Poland. That's how you do it. All right, cool. So this is our regular Monday night open mic. We have this every Monday downstairs here in Latarnia. We're very happy to be here. It's a beautiful stage and a beautiful little venue. And I hope you guys really enjoy tonight. If you haven't been to an open mic before, generally speaking, the idea is that comedians or wannabe comedians will come on stage, tell their best jokes. They get 5 minutes of humiliation or comedy in exchange for one of these little coupons, which is good for a free beer. Somebody's excited who's not getting a free beer. But if you want to earn it, it's not free in that case, but you have to humiliate yourself for 5 minutes, and then you get a free beer. It's that easy. Now we have a somewhat full lineup of 7 people who are going to who have signed up to go on stage, but we still have space for more. So around about the midpoint, I'll be asking if anyone wants to, give their time on stage. You get to think about it, have a couple more drinks, see how you go, see how you do. Anyway, so there's 5 minutes. Try not to run over the time. Respect the time for everybody else, especially if you're terrible. If it's not going anywhere, don't try to fix it. It ain't broken till you break it. That was supposed to be profound, but anyway. So what happens is, just so you can get the signal, so you know how long you're being, you get 5 minutes. After 4 minutes, you get that extreme blue light that you should be able to notice. It's from Zoe over there, doing a wonderful job of lifting a light. That's one for Zoe. All right, the other person who is also very helpful tonight is Faust behind the bar. I'm sorry, Zoe. He serves beer. That's why they applauded more.
I voted for him the loudest.
You got it. Okay, cool. I didn't know where to go with that. Anyway, that's it. So what we're going to do basically is go through all our comedians, and we have 5 minutes each, and then you get your free beer. It's that easy. Cool? Yeah. All right. Okay. Good. Now, I want to get you guys worked up because we only have a couple of rules, and one of them is that if you are new to the stage, you have to go on stage. Ooh. Ooh. But that means you guys get to give a very, very warm welcome and a round of applause for someone who said he's done it before, but it sounds like, you know, the kind of like thing where it's kind of like, oh, if I got a blowjob, does that count as losing my virginity? So we're gonna help him on his first time on stage here tonight. Are you ready for your first performer? Very nice, very nice. We want to encourage him for his first time. It can be awkward, but it can be great. It'll be great for him, I hope. And his name is Martin!
Hello everyone! How's everyone doing today?
Good.
So, quick story. So, it is comedy or humiliation, you said? I choose humiliation. So, I just came back from vacation last week. I went 10 days on Cartagena, España, visiting some cousins, and I was excited because I wanted to go to the beach. I'm from the north of Argentina. I'm not near close to the beach, so I was excited. And one of my cousins, he's a regular in Nudist Beach. So, ooh. I said, well, fuck it. There's two things that we don't have in Argentina. One is fear, the other one's money. So I decided to go there, and it was an open-minded experience. For me, it was really new. Open-minded means you start thinking of things that you don't think before. So basically, just arriving there, I understood immediately that it was a safe space for this community. Like they had a lot of trailer parks and things like that, and a restaurant and things like that. And one of the things that it was quite funny and new for me is that they are not only going to the beach and back and drinking and being so fancy there, they are actually doing sports in there, like normal sport like volleyball, paddle surfing, things like that. That was normal. But one of the things that I don't think of is that they did rock climbing. So rock climbing naked, it's one of the 3 things that I won't do if I'm naked, you know. It was even right in the entrance, you know. I was entering the place and there was a guy like, you know, in a really rebellion position. So my first view of the place was, oh, that guy had pancakes for breakfast with blueberries, and that's interesting. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that the nudist community has like tens of years. Like I don't even know. I'm just maybe not, but I know that it's decades ago that it started. So people there has whole families because nudists that already had children, and it was a family-friendly place. They have the whole family being welcome there, and there were a lot of old people, like a lot of old people. When I arrived, we put the umbrella down with my cousin Danny, and we had a really sweet couple right next to us. Sweet is one funny way to say it, but the lady was like a really 7-year-old lady that never wore sunscreen in her whole life.
Oh my God.
So she has hanging skin parts from places that I didn't even know that you can have that much skin. And the best way to describe maybe was like a wet napkin, you know, wet napkin. And the guy had the longest ball sack I ever saw in my life. Like the longest one. A few inches more and he could put it on the we actually put a nickname with my cousin. Testy scarf. So, it was quite a beautiful day. I had a great experience there. Just two things that I didn't count on. A little bit weird for me. One, it was I was making a run, going to the water, making a run, going to the water, and doing my own thing. And one of the streaks, just saw something right next to my umbrella. And I didn't quite couldn't understand what it was. It was like an abstract image, you know, like painting, weird painting. And you can't stare there, you know, everyone's naked. You can't be in the... So, a few minutes later I understood that it was the old lady doing yoga, you know? And the best way to describe it for me is like, grab a big white octopus from the head and put it upside down. That's the best way to describe it in that moment. And the second thing that I experienced was that I was in the water with my cousin, and there was, as I said, there's people from all ages there. And it was, there was a little girl that came to us and started throwing water at us. And I never thought that I would have a phobia of an underage child throwing water while naked in a public beach while I'm also naked. So I got really, really nervous. I tried to turn around and swim away, but it was a jellyfish, brown jellyfish right there. So I couldn't do that, so I just resigned myself. I put my sunglasses up and put my both hands up and then started smiling nervously, like, oh, let's hope that the Father is here. And a kind soul actually took pity of me and started calling for the girl. The father noticed and started saying, sorry, I'm sorry. Disculpe, disculpe, it was Spain. And I said, no, there's no problem, no. My nervous face, I think, it said it all. But my cousin Danny told me afterwards that, well, why didn't you just swim away when the girl was... No, because there was a jellyfish right there. I couldn't because the only thing that surpasses all phobia, a new phobia, it's an old phobia of underwater creature. You know? So I said there was a jellyfish there, and when we saw it, it wasn't like really a jellyfish. It was like a testy scarf, you know, floating there. And so that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Martin! Thank you. So, Martin, I have a question.
Sure.
Was that your first time?
Here?
Yeah, sure.
In here, second time.
Oh, okay. Woo. Nice.
First time was here.
Oh, your first time was also here? Oh, but how long has it been?
Oh, a few months, I think.
Okay. Long enough to grow your virginity back?
Yeah, exactly.
I have another question for you. You said there are only 3 things that you would do nude. Am I not the only one who was wondering what the other 2 were?
I think parachuting.
Parachuting? Talk about a fall from grace. Okay.
I think that's how Testy Scarf got the really long.
Oh my goodness. I was also, like you were telling me that it was the longest ball sack that you've ever seen, which made me wonder, like, are you an expert?
Yeah.
Were you scientific about it? Did you take like a ruler, meter stick? How hard?
Two arms. I put
Oh. One forearm at a time. Okay. That's one big, you know. All right, okay. You guys ready for your second performer? Your second performer is actually the regular host of this open mic. You will see him pretty much every Monday, except for the ones where I'm here. Also other people, some other people host. But yeah, so this guy's he's a regular. He's got an article before his name. He's pretty funny. His name is the Derek Caravue.
Thank you, Dan. And the answer number 3, never to do naked, is cook bacon. Everybody knows that. Come on now. So in honor of Dan's mom being here, I want to talk a little bit about some family advice. Often, our families love to give us advice. Most of the time it's well-meaning, even if it's not good advice. So when I had my first child, which came later in my life, I was 41 years old when my son was born. My mom calls me up and she's talking about kid stuff. And she's like, Derek, you sleep when he sleeps. That was her advice. So to not become too tired. The only problem was, the only way I could get that kid to sleep was to drive him around in the car for 20 minutes. So that didn't end well for anybody. Then there's other advice that people give, but you just have to hope that the recipient really understands the advice that you're giving. I saw this thing where a guy, he got arrested because he stole $150,000. But the reason why he stole that money was so that he could buy gourmet cat food for 20 cats. Which means when that guy's dad told him it was okay to splash out a little bit for some pussy, I don't think that's what he meant. But now I want to talk about three pieces of advice that my great-grandmother gave to me over the years. Now my great-grandma, she was very old, she was very mean, and I would learn later she was very Polish. Now, I knew she was Polish, but I did not know how Polish she was until I moved to Poland. Because this woman never smiled. She claimed to be Catholic, but never went to church. And she hated all the neighbors that had more than her. Pretty fucking Polish. Yeah. She was obsessed with washing hands. She would make us take our shoes off before we went into her house. And she stole cars like it was her fucking job, okay? Which in retrospect, it was her job. Now, she didn't really speak much to us in Polish, so my great-grandfather was not Polish. So the only things that she would really say to us was like, daj mi buźki, which means give me a kiss, ja ci dam, which basically means don't you dare, and dupa. It's like, move your dupa. And so when I moved to Poland, I found out that move your dupa didn't work as well on the tram as I had hoped. But anyway, so she gave us some advice, of course, grandmas like to do that. And when I was 15 years old, right before I was getting ready to start high school, people were asking me, like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I had no idea. So when I started my first year of high school, I was like Dan Short. I was like, is this tall? So I knew that, my hopes and dreams of becoming an American football player, not gonna happen, right? So I had no idea what to tell anybody. And so my great-grandmother was like, hey, Derek, don't worry about it. There's no shame in any job. Which I found out later is a common Polish expression. And so I felt pretty good about that. And then she said, here's $1, go clean my fucking bathroom. So, yeah, so she was cheap as well, so Now, when I was 18, I was getting ready to go off to college, go off to university, and she was so proud of me. And so she'd come over and she bought me something for my dorm room, gave me some money, and then wanted to give me some advice. Now, the thing is, when I was all through high school, all through university, I used to have really long hair. So I was into heavy metal, so it was like long hair, black t-shirts, ripped jeans, So she gives me the money, gives me the present, and then she's like, Derek, never trust anything a man tells you when his pants are off. I will admit that is good advice, but I didn't understand why she was delivering this advice to me. I wasn't sure if she was just trying to tell me, hey, don't be that guy, or if she thought I was gay. But I think really she was in her 80s. She may have just thought I was my sister. I'm really not sure. And then when I turned 21, which is the official drinking age in America, she calls me up to wish me a happy birthday, and then finally gave me some good advice. She says, Derek, just remember, if you don't start in the morning, you can't drink all day. And that was advice I took to heart, you know? Now, unfortunately, she died before I moved here. And so again, she was really old, and we went to go see her just days before she passed away. And I don't want to think she so much gave me advice as it was begging, it was pleading. And I felt really bad because the last thing my great-grandmother ever said to me was, you have no idea how many cocks I had to suck to get out of Poland. Please don't ever go there. So, sorry, Grandma. I've been the Derek Carvey. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much. Good night.
And keep it going for the Derek Carvey! Is it just me, or do Polish grandmas sound like Asian moms?
Is it the cocksucking?
It's not. Oh, there are movies that are made about this. Not porn. Just Vietnam War movies. Anyway, so I was thinking to myself that like all the stuff about like everything like actually I lost it. Sorry, I wanted to make fun of my mom, and then she told me like don't do it, and I was like it's so difficult. I think I need to invite another Asian on stage. Right? Now we don't always count Indians as Asians, but I do. And not only is he a very funny Indian man, but he is also hosting, or well, he has his own show. You might see some flyers. You can applaud, But yeah, it is this Sunday, September 3rd. It's at Surowiec at 5 o'clock. It's free, and I will also be there. I know, it's going to be the most Asian show in Wrocław that's not at a restaurant somewhere. I don't know, what else do Asians do in Wrocław, except work in IT? Except for me. Oh. Anyway, so Kavi's a very nice guy. He's going to show you what he's going to bring on stage on Sunday, I think, and he is going to come on stage right now. Are you ready? Come on, come on!
Thank you, Dan. Belated birthday wish. Sorry, because I was in Halat, Goa. And one piece of advice, you are 38, you are one step closer to your grave. Remember that. Yeah, and as a foreigner, being Indian, are you from India as well, Deepika? Deepika Padukone? Alright, so for a very long time I was thinking you were a Spanish person, you know. So recently I was in Zakopane, and I was so scared because there were a lot of brown guys. I was literally thinking, where are my poles, you know? and people thought me, I'm from Romania, and they were like calling me gypsy, like, you know. And I went to a restaurant, and the waitress looked at me. It's a restaurant. I said, yeah, I know. Pignon se, much. Yeah, sometimes people have this identity crisis for brown people, you know. They don't know where they're from, you know. If they ask me, I will say, I'm from my mom's womb. All right, so, and sometimes, last time I came over here, I think that was the first time when I came here, I told my name was Kabilan, and one German guy told me, hey, Taliban, the show was good. And I told them, my name is Kabilan, sorry. Okay, Taliban, thank you. And recently, I think 1 year back, when Poland beat Saudi Arabia, they were celebrating. I went to Żabka to buy some beer. And one Polish guy who was so drunk, he came to me and he told me, Polski wygrałeś, Arabia Saudyjski kurwa. And he was like, Polska, Polska. I said, kurwa, jestem z Indii. Yeah. Yeah, and as a foreigner, when I first came in, I had this language barrier as well. I was like asking everyone, like, do you speak English? And they don't speak anything, they just move, they just walk, you know. And then I found this magical phrase, you know. I go to Polish people and ask them, przepraszam pani? Tak. Pani mówi po angielsku? I don't speak English. Kurwa, what the fuck you just said? And I really love this drunk people on the streets. Sometimes they come to me and ask me, skąd jesteś, kurwa? Gdzie jest moja praca? Daj mi moją pracę. Give me my job. Like, jestem z Indii, kurwa. And also, I'm not very fluent in English because English is not my mother tongue. Because I sometimes confuse between words, you know. I always have the problem with certain words like beach and bitch, butt and butt, chess and sex, Shakespeare and Shakespeare, a best friend and breast friend, chicken and kitchen. So for example, if I combine all these words and I make a sentence, for example, I call my friend who's a girl, hey, let's play a game of sex. But if you want, we can go to a beach. My best friend will come with kitchen. So that's how my English is. So I'm very cautious of using these words. And moreover, being in Poland doesn't help as well. And recently I avoid saying to people that I work in IT. You know, I say like I'm a stand-up comedian, the only Indian one. and the first thing people ask me like, you know, can you do me a comedy? I would always bring up the set like, thank God I am not a stripper, and they laugh. And next question people ask me is like, how much do you earn from comedy? No, they give free beers. Yeah, and what's more embarrassing was like one of my friend from work, he introduced to his son, uncle does comedy. You know, and his son, what kind? And like, I just make fun of random people and people everywhere, everyone. And like, that's not funny. And that's it, my time. Thank you. And so as Dan mentioned, I have a show coming on September 3rd, Sunday. It's in Suroviec. It's a free show. Please do come. No free beers. It's a free show. And what else? Please do come and enjoy. And you have some flyers over there. And there will be one handsome young man in the picture. It's definitely me. Photoshopped. Thank you.
Keep it going for Kabi! Oh, Kabi. Where to begin? Kabi, I was a little hurt by what you said on stage. And I had something I wanted to say to you. I wanted to tell you that everything that you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. No, I'm not. It's Linkin Park, okay. Is everybody young? Does nobody remember Linkin Park? Oh my god. Alright, anyway, thanks Kabi for reminding me that age is the inevitable march to death. But you're a little further along there than I am, so you'll get there first. So it's okay, it's okay. Alright guys, our next comedian is sometimes on stage, sometimes not. He always brings something interesting. He's always got a lot of energy. Last time he was on stage, he actually danced. So you guys have a lot to look forward to. His name is Nick!
Natalia, how you guys doing? Well, fuck you too then, thanks. For those of you who don't know me, this is the R-rated 18 version of the show, so welcome. They say my sex, my comedy is a bit like my sex. It always feels like it takes too long, and everyone's always left very disappointed. So welcome, hello, welcome ladies. Where the ladies up tonight? Can I see, give me a shout, ladies? Woo! Woo! Give me a shout, ladies, if you're working. Woo! Yeah? No, you're not. All the housewives are in tonight. Housewives, give me a shout. Woo! What? Ladies aren't working. Give me a shout, ladies, if you're working. No, you must. They hate it. They fucking hate it. We hate it. Welcome to the 21st century. You guys got you equal now, right? Welcome. You equal? How does it feel to be equal? Is it good? It feels good, right? Yeah? Fucking, you got everything you want. You wanted to smoke cigarettes, work, and vote. And look at you. Just as fucked as the men. Well, I get it, you know, I get it. I get why you wanted to, be equal. I get it, the woman's sexual freedom, independence, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. But, but I get it, it's because it's thanks to religion, back in the days, it's religion made us very shameful, didn't it? The things that our grandparents had to put up with the sexual shame and religion that did that to us, and now we're finally coming out of it, and women are equal and free. But I can only imagine, can you imagine what your grandparents and your great-grandparents had to go through with their sexual exploration? A woman in the 1950s, if she wanted to explore herself after 2 kids or whatever, as a housewife, what does that conversation look like? What kind of conversation is that with a lady in the 20th century just trying to explore herself, going up to her husband going, honey, I want 100,000 billion Swati. Because it's the 50s, right? Inflation, you remember. 1,000 billion Swati. It's because I want to buy a dildo because you don't satisfy me anymore. And the husband's going to go, what? 100,000 billion Swati? That's what I spend on hookers a week. Because you don't sexually satisfy me either. Ever since you gained all that weight. Gained all that weight? I was pregnant. And I have a hormonal issue. A hormonal issue? Yeah, the issue is that you're a whore and you moan a lot. I know Jimmy's not my real son. He doesn't even have my eyes. Well, why didn't you say anything? Because I still love you. And I don't want to lose you. And also you do that thing to my bum, and I don't really think anyone else would do that. It took me like 2 weeks to teach you how to tickle my balls. I'm not going to fucking go find someone shit, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't fucking. So I'm Nick, I'm from South Africa. So in Poland, people tell me, they come to me, when you say, oh, I'm from South African, they're like, oh, you're South African, but you're white. I have to explain to them, actually I am black. This is just how you look after 5 years in Poland. And I'm just confused as they are because I don't know whether to punch a gay in the face or blow a priest. One of my biggest regrets in life is anal. I just never did enough, I just never do enough. I always say tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and goes, and I never do. I never do. I did spend, okay, throw that one away. I did spend some time in China. I lived in China. What has that got to do with anal? I'm sorry. These guys are getting ahead of themselves here. They don't know me too well. I spent some time in China, only ate dog by mistake twice. And dogs taste exactly how you would think. Loyal. That's it. If it rains cats and dogs, you know the saying, it's raining cats, who do you call? Is it waste management? Because cats will land on their feet, cats will be fine, cats will land on their feet. But dogs, It would be mayhem. Imagine dogs falling from the sky. It would be mayhem. In the West. In the East, places like North Korea, manna from heaven. This is Dan's favorite day. Hey Dan, how you doing? So, too much? Sorry, okay, alright. So I'm 33 now, as you can surely tell. Getting creepy, almost there with Dan, almost there. And my parents keep telling me to settle down. Isn't that what you tell children? Just settle down! Stop being amazed at everything and wanting to go places. Just settle down. And I think what my parents are really trying to say is why are you so happy all the time? Stop it. Get married, have kids, and be miserable like the rest of us. Kids are quite interesting. Hey, kids, they're quite novel, aren't they? Kids are quite novel. But you spend enough time with them, they get old. Who's got kids here? Let's see. Hello, madam. Do you have any kids? Do you have any kids? Yeah? Do you have any kids? Do you have any grandkids? Not yet. Don't get your hopes up. Not in this economy. I mean, really. Right? Was one of your kids here tonight? Yeah. This handsome young chap. Oh my God, sir. Oh, if I can take you home. Look how handsome this boy is. My God. Are you dating? Oh, surely you're dating someone, right? You know who you're dating. Is it this one here? Oh, hello, madam. And is your girlfriend, is she working? Yes. Of course she's working. Of course she is. Wait, in this economy, what are you supposed to do, right? She can work, vote, and smoke cigarettes. It's perfect, right? But what don't get your hopes up, madam, because there's just no time. There's no more time for kids between working, Netflix, and masturbating. And no one is going to give up masturbating, right? Or Netflix. So we're fucked. We're fucked. You ladies, you wanted to smoke cigarettes and vote? You got it. Welcome to the 21st century. Am I still going? Alright, okay, 2 more jokes. So I was in Germany a few weeks ago, and I was in Berlin. And I went, to all the German sites and the things you do. Like I went to the Berlin Wall, and I went to the Auschwitz Museum. I went to the Holocaust Museum. A lot of sad places they have in that Germany. They also have a lot of sex shops. I don't know if you noticed, right? It's almost as if those Germans are trying to work out their demons one kink at a time. I did go to Amsterdam, and they also have a lot of sex shops, great sex shops there, they're fucking freaks. But I haven't, since I went there, I haven't had sex since. I haven't had sex, because every dildo was bigger than my own dick. I have no more confidence anymore. Ladies, what the fuck? How am I supposed to compete with dildos that are big, not only bigger than my own dick, but also, they vibrate. The only way my dick is going to vibrate is if I have epilepsy, right? And then I'd have to ask Zoe Strobe over there to walk around with me with a fucking strobe light, waiting for me to have sex. Just say, sorry, then she wants the thing, come bring the thing. And sorry, I'll come with the light, how you doing, love? And then maybe then I could please a woman. Yeah, thank guys, that's me. Thanks very much.
Keep it going for Nick! Nick, you make me realize that I haven't been in Poland for long enough. Still not white. How long do you think it would take for me?
10 years.
10 years. I don't know if I'll last that. Who lasts in Poland not that long? Not the Jews.
Jerry.
I felt wrong as soon as. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that one. Oh. But I wanted to say, Nick, are you aware of what a working girl is? Oh, yes. A working lady, a lady of the night. Yeah. Okay. You were asking the whole audience if anybody's working. That's what we call working the crowd. It's okay. All right, everybody. We're reaching around the halfway mark. We've had 4 performers so far, and how's everyone doing? You're enjoying it? Anybody in the audience thinking, who seen the last 4 acts and thought, I could do that. I could do that for a free beer. Oh, we have a guy! Hi! Yay! All right, okay, come on up. Now, before we hand you the microphone, what's your name? Ahmed. Nice to meet you. Everybody! Oh, nice! Warm round of applause for Ahmed!
I'm too short for this, first of all.
You can move it.
So guys, first of all, my name is Ahmed, okay, and I'm Arab, as you see. Okay, so guys, don't worry, I'm bomb free. I don't have anything with me. And I'm not related to anything related to Bin Laden or anything like that. So, first of all, I'm from Palestine, not Pakistan, not anywhere else, from Palestine. Okay? Regarding to the Jews that you said, they're in Palestine. Okay, so, no racism here, guys, okay? So, first of all, I've been living here for 2 years and a half. Okay, 2 years and a half here. So, yeah, lived here for 2 years and a half. I still didn't get my card yet. But anyway, I received it, I received it before 2 days, and I threw it away because it was expired already. So, yeah, better luck next time, as I said. So, what else, guys? We have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends here. I have a friend called Awab. He looks like Andrew Tate. If anyone knows Andrew Tate, is there. You can definitely see him because he's bald and he's shining there. It's like a star. Anyway, and yeah, he's related to Bin Laden. Anyway, okay. Also, we have here our friend Michał. Michał is Polish, and he was living in Germany all his life, surprisingly. Anyway, I love this. Okay. And Khalil here is half French.
Half French?
Yeah, well, you speak French a lot, so. Je m'appelle Poisson.
Vive la résistance.
Je m'appelle Poisson. Anyway, and my friend here, she's my flatmate. Oh God. Okay, she's half Polish, half Spanish. Okay. Every day there's a new tea and there's a new drama going on. I'm sorry, women, but okay. Like, as example, guys, when we go out on a date, guys, quick date advice: don't just run, stay single for your life, die alone, don't date in this generation. Also, yeah, girls and guys. Like guys, when they finish dating a girl, they would go back to their friends and they were like, yeah, she was nice. Girls, oh come on, his face, like his personality, they will talk about everything like for hours, and guys will be like, oh yeah, she's nice, and then the girls say that guys are boring. Surprisingly, yes. Okay. So, no offense, but second show. Okay, and that's it for me, I guess.
All right, keep it going for Ahmed! Thank you for introducing us to all your friends. Is that encouragement? Do they need more friends?
Yes,
Oh, is that why you brought them to a comedy show? So you could make fun of them in front of everybody?
some kind of revenge.
Oh, it's some kind of revenge. Salam alaikum, man. All right. Okay. Sorry?
We can say a little Akbar.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
I mean, did you bomb on stage or? It all depends. Anyway, I think you killed it, personally. Not the audience, but you know. Anyway, so, you guys ready for your next performer? Your next performer is also a regular here on the comedy stage. I'm sure he's got some stuff going on, but he's our resident Dutchman for tonight. Is he ready? Are you ready? All right, let's keep it going for Frank Kaysen!
Thank you. As you can see, just like Nick, I also live here for longer than 5 years. Since like, yeah. So I got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, right? Open mic. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'll be out of your hair. It's like I am still the sperm that I started out as. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, alright. Wow. My sister has a new boyfriend. He's a football player. Wow. He stands in the goal. Yeah. He's the guy that just goes. So I would like dust. Where does dust? What is that made? Oh, the ball. Like, is it just skin or something? What is? No. So my sister said, "You really got to meet him. He's great." So we met in a bar, and then afterwards, you know, she's like, "So, oh, what do you think? What do you think?" And I said, "Well, I think he's a keeper." But I would dump his ass, for sure, because he's a fucking loser. Come on, be a liberal, be at least the central defender or something. Like. Yeah, so I was in the Netherlands. I was in the Netherlands for a week, and every time I'm there, every time I'm back, like I look at the cars, and I'm like, okay, so wow, so in 10 years, this is what the cars in Poland are gonna look like. It's really like we get all the hand-me-downs, right? Like Poland is like the little brother of the West, you know, of Netherlands, let's say. And it's like, Poland, you're getting a new car today. You ready for your new car? Yeah? Just close your eyes. Here's your new car. It's like, that's not new car. It's not new car. It's old car. Yeah, well, it's your older brother's old car, but you're getting it, you know. And, well, yeah, we're sorry that it's pink, because your older brother in the Netherlands is obviously a bit of a faggot, but, you know, just, you know, pink, if you think about it, Polish flag, white, red, if you mix it, what do you get? You know, just, don't get bullied in school, just use your affirmation, you know. I read in a psychology magazine that you could just use positive thinking to stop the bullying, okay? Alright. It's actually, it's quite, it's not very reassuring, right, when you see ambulance, and it's, you know, when it's parked, you can sort of wipe off the dust and see where it's actually from. You just go, oh, France, 1999, wow. Not ambulance, ambulance. As you can see, I got a haircut last week, and I paid quite a bit for my haircut. So it's quite expensive. So obviously my hairdresser is very gay. That's what you get when you pay a lot for your hairdresser. If you pay little, you get like an old woman or a Ukrainian dude who doesn't really want to do the job. But you pay a lot, you're very gay, very good. So. Yeah, and I don't know where to keep these people, really, because like in the streets, if you walk on the street in Poland, you never see any gay people ever, right? Is that just me, or is it like... No, you never see any gay person on the street, and then you walk into a hair salon and it's like, alright, so what are we gonna cut you like today, boy? No, he's not that gay, obviously. And I, you know, me being from the Netherlands, I gotta be tolerant, so I do... kind of, you know, and that's especially like Poland. I want gay people always like to feel like welcome. So, but I don't want to say anything. So I just sort of try to telepathically communicate it. Like, it's getting me a lot of dates actually that I've been really asked for. Yeah, no. And anyway, so I sit in the chair at the hairdresser, and I always want to be chatting. But it's just not naturally in me, so I just sit. Nah, I want to be chatting like a bunch of like girls do, or like black people, you know, in the saloon. But it's just never really in me. So I just sit there the first 10 minutes, like, okay, what could I say? What could I say? Okay, maybe show some interest. You know, ask him what his job is like. At that moment, a girl walks in the saloon, and I'm thinking like, So I open my mouth and I go, so do you only do guys? Or? Oh yeah, that was me actually. Thank you very much.
All right, keep it going for Frank. Nice haircut, by the way. That's probably getting you dates. I had a haircut in Hong Kong once. I mean, it's not the only time I got a haircut, but you know. And I asked a friend to recommend me a place, and I sat down in Hong Kong. Has anyone been to Hong Kong? Wow. Wow. Okay, two people. Go to Hong Kong before you can't enter. Anyway, so yeah, back in Hong Kong's one of those like trendy Asian cities where people are really like into fashions, and fashions move like every month or so. And so I sat down to get a haircut, and this gay Asian guy, he's Asian, he was cutting my hair, but he was doing that thing that sometimes they do where like the right side of your bangs are longer than the left side, and I was like, I noticed this, and I was like, could you think you could even it out for me? I'm just a boring straight man. And he was like, he looked at me with the most hurt expression I've ever seen on his face, on a person's face, which is like, well, whatever you want. And I was like, okay. And he still made one side longer than the other. And I didn't have the heart to break him again. Not like his boyfriend. No. Anyway. Whew. You guys having fun? Yeah. That's good. Because your next performer is different. She's the first and only woman on our lineup, unfortunately. But she's a very funny woman. She's come back after some time away. I'm sure she'll talk about that a little bit. Her name is Evelyn!
Let's keep going with the other performers. So I wrote down some notes. First, oh good, Dan's mom is here. I'm going to talk about penises, not war. When Nick was talking about like equal rights and shit, like, yes, I want to work, smoke, vote, and shoot AKs. I just got back from a year in Ukraine. So, but I am not going to talk about the war tonight. I did that last week. I want something different. So I thought I would talk about, first question, who here is on an online dating app or has ever used one? A few honest people. I suspect there's more. So I think tonight we need to talk about dick pics. I don't just mean pictures of penises. I mean that certain kind of picture that shows up late at night on your phone. So, as a woman, I've occasionally gotten dick pics. And the one I want to talk about tonight is, so it was early in the morning in Poland, and I was working as a teacher, so 7 a.m., getting coffee, and I say, oh, I have some...
I think. Evelyn, you know, I was thinking about it, like, there's a creative use for, like, bagels or donuts for dick pics. We can ask them, like, how many bagels can you stack? Right? And I'm sure there's another measurement for women with another food stuff. Think about it, not jalapeno poppers. I think we popped that one a little too early. Anyway. All right, guys, are you having fun? That is not the last time I'm going to ask that. But this is our last performer who's coming up now. But just before that, okay, thank you. But no, just before that, I just wanted to remind you guys that we're here every Monday. Now, I'm not only here on Monday nights, I also host my own improv comedy show. It's every other Tuesday. So next Tuesday in Czarnokot at 8 o'clock, we have our Randomity Improv Open Mic show. I get to host that one too. And that one's going to be a bit of a special show. And that's why I wanted to make sure everybody knows, because it's going to be what we call a dad-off.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. You sound excited, sir. Oh, do you have daddy issues?
No.
Okay, because it's not about that. It's all just dad jokes. So we're going to see how that goes. We don't know. But the next one after that, 2 weeks after that, is going to be our second PowerPoint comedy show, where some of our comedians will prepare PowerPoint presentations and somebody else gets to present them. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun. So show up. That's for the 18th or 19th? 19th. So yeah. Okay, now we also have t-shirts on sale at the back. You can talk to Zoe over there. But this is a free show as well, so please, donate generously. We can only pay Kabi in beer. And but he still takes a free show on Sunday, so yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, I think it's time for our last performer tonight. Are you guys ready? Our last performer is our still only musical comedian. He's not only that, he's a professor and he does actually amazing things with his life, but one of those things he chooses to do is to play funny music for you here on stage. All right, everybody give a very warm welcome to Mariusz!
I'm gonna do this for 5 minutes. Hi guys. I'm Mariusz and I'm Polish. And a lot of people think that I'm gay. But I'm not. I know that ukulele is not the manliest instrument. And I was coming here to the show and there was this guy, this Polish guy, he looked at me. Let's name the guy Krzysztof. So Krzysztof looked at me and he said, faggot. And I looked at him and I said, no, it's actually a ukulele. Because for that joke you have to know that in Polish, faggot means bassoon, which is a different instrument. So Krzysztof, he wasn't homophobic. He was just stupid. It was actually the guy that was working at the door at Dan's apartment. I'm joking, that was fake. The only guy dropping the F-bomb on stage, beside me. Okay, Polish guys, right? Let me hear from the foreign ladies in the crowd. Are you working?
I mean, there was this study in Polish TV that Polish men are the best. And I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but it seemed believable. But let me ask someone, ladies here, what is your experience with Polish men?
No comment.
She said no comment. So was it bad? It's because they said on TV that they're very good. Lady, what was your experience with Polish men?
Never dated one.
Okay. You still have time. Okay, anyway, I have a song. Do you want to hear a song? Yes. It's a new song. I wrote it over the weekend. It's not finished, but I really like it, so I will play it. And it's a song about something that all Polish men want. You know. No. And it's going to be a very lively song. So if you feel like like dancing, and if you want to just like stand and start dancing, please don't. It's a comedy show. In my dreams, there are many things that I couldn't live without. And among those things, there's this one thing that has a special place in my heart. 'Cause I love pickled cabbage. I love pickled cabbage. I love pickled cabbage so much. 'Cause I'm a Polish guy. And I really like cabbage. So stop telling me that there are better things to all your fancy pasta. I say basta. And to put it simply, maybe I could eat some kimchi, but it wouldn't feel the same. 'Cause I love pickled cabbage. I love pickled cabbage. I love pickled cabbage so much. 'Cause I'm a Polish guy. I really like cabbage. Give it up for cabbage! Cause I love pickled cabbage. I love pickled cucumbers. I love pickled morality. Just like racism. Racism is quite a pickle. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mario! All right, guys. I hope you had fun this Monday night. It's probably raining outside. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out when we get there. I just have one last favor to ask from you before you leave tonight. Well, two favors. One of them is, please take your glasses back to the bar. There's only one guy behind there, and he's working very hard. His name is Faust. You can thank him personally. Thank you, Faust! The other favor I have to ask of you is that we're trying to expand our social media stuff. We have an Instagram channel, Worldwide Commid. You know why? Because you don't have to ask why. Oh. Yeah, no, but I'm gonna be putting up some videos and stuff like that. You can also follow me and some of the others. Mine is Uncle Dan Comedy. And you can see updates about randomity and all that stuff too. But I'm also going to be putting up a little video where you guys get to express how happy you were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like hit record and I'm going to ask you guys like, "Oh, did you have fun tonight?" And I'll say it better than that. and then you guys get to go, "Woo!" Even if you're lying, I appreciate it. My mom's here. All right, everybody ready? Y'all have fun tonight? Thank you very much. All right, have fun tonight, guys. We're close at 10.